says if you value your limbs, stay in that game. Oh, if you value that game, stay in that style. If you value that style, you're a sinking sun. Oh, if you don't wanna sink, then you better run, yeah. Good morning, guys. PokerPiper here. And in this video, we're going to be going over a review of my new pipe I got. As you can tell by the title of the video, it's a Falcon pipe. It came shipped in a package. I already opened it. And I'm gonna pull it out and show you guys like my first thoughts about it, basically before I smoke anything in it. So I'll go in my bag I packed here, and this is how it came out of the package. And I mean, obviously I put a bit on it already, and inside I already put the, I'll get into it, but there's a pipe cleaner that's kind of in a little circular shape, and that sits down there. But I'll explain that later. So here's how it looks in the package. Okay, boom, there she is. Okay, so this pipe company has been around for a very long time, and I actually got into it because I seen it in a state Falcon pipe, and I decided to look into their brand, and I just love what they're doing with pipes. So this bowl actually came separate from the base. Let me focus there for you. And this piece right here, this tubing that goes through where they call it the air tube, because obviously it's basically part of your stem, is open to the air, so there's no wood around it, so it's supposed to make it so that it's a cooler smoke and you don't get as much tongue bite. But I'm sure I'm gonna get tongue bite because I sometimes smoke too fast. But that's the whole point of this, the design of it, and obviously it looks really cool. The bowls come in a variety of bowls. You can get mushroom bowls for these, and they have cork on them that you could just pop in with no threads. That's kind of cool. And then you can get tons of styles of bases, some bent, some half bent, some threaded, and some even like overlap that kind of does a design around the breathing shank here, a breathing tube, which so it's very versatile, very cool that way. So you don't have to just get the straight one, but I did. So I actually got the bowl separate from the base, and I'll open her up and I'll show you how everything works. Okay, so here's the pipe. All you have to do is twist counterclockwise. It's only threaded in by a couple, 3 threads or so, and then it pops off. Here's the bowl I got. I decided to get this rusticated, dark, maybe mahogany, almost like a purple type bowl. It's very beautiful. I don't know, you can see that in the sun right there. Smooth on top, really coated nicely. Has a little Falcon logo right there, so you know that this piece is compatible. I made sure to order everything. This says Falcon right there. And it has a O-ring actually around this right here. So this is a black O-ring. And I'm not sure if you could pull it off or not. I haven't really looked into the O-ring part of this. It looks like it's glued on there, which is great, so it's not gonna fall off. I'm sure they have replacements for those somewhere. So I'm gonna put that down. And then here's what you're left with. So inside, it's still threaded, obviously, so the bowl can connect. This piece right here, the stem, doesn't come off. It's pretty much on there, which I like personally, because that way it's not gonna shift or get loose out of aluminum. And so I'm guessing that if I kept taking this off and on, it would start to decay the aluminum, or something would happen, I guess. That's why they make them out of that material. It's light, it's compact, it's very easy to clean. So what fell out just then is this pipe cleaner, and it came to me pretty much just like this. I just had to tighten it up a bit. But most people I've been noticing, they actually take their own pipe cleaners because these are expensive to buy as a pack. Cheaper, and it's cheaper to just buy pipe cleaners. So if you just cut them the right size, I'll put in the description the size of what this is when I measure it out. I haven't measured it out yet. And then you guys can cut them to that size and make them yourselves. Just make them in a circle or use the base and kind of bend it around until it forms to this shape. And then this sits down there at the base of the bowl with this metal piece right there. And that's what you're seeing when you look down the pipe, because this piece is the only visible part. This other piece is it's to catch condensation, moisture, and tar. And so it just sits down there just like that. And you can see the air goes right there. So this company has been around since 1930, and that's what got me interested. So they obviously been making pipes that's been lasting since then. I've seen a lot of estate pipes of this brand, and that's what got me into it. It's a good lasting pipe. Everybody says it's a cool smoke. It's almost like a kind of like a humidified smoke. And so compared to a radiator pipe, which if you don't know what that is, I'll insert like a floating one going right here. Yeah, so that's what a radiator pipe is right here. And it kind of is like a pipe that is cool. All the condensation sits at the bottom just like this. But this is a straight one. I'm getting a bent one soon. And both of them I hear are great smokes. So that's what got me into it. It's a kind of a cheaper version of that, because those radiator pipes, they sell for quite a bit. Alright, so you take the bowl, once you have your O-ring on, and you screw it. Make sure you're not cross-threading, so I don't know if you guys are mechanically inclined, but you always go the opposite way, you know. Don't push down or anything, go the opposite way for a couple ones, and then sit back like this, and they'll sit in there most of the time really well. You just do that so you can seat it properly without cross-threading. Cross-threading is a big issue with products that have threads, obviously, and that would damage this. Especially this wood is harder. I'm assuming it would start to mess up the threads for the aluminum first, but you know, you never know how sturdy this wood is. It only has 3 threads. You could just sit it in there if you do it straight enough and just spin it, and it'll go in perfectly fine. It's just a half turn really, so it's just from here to here. So if you look down the bowl, I don't know if you can see that, this piece is the bottom of the bowl, and that metal piece sits just below it. It gives that slight gap so everything could just go down, kind of like a slide. And that's where all your tar, humidity, moisture goes, making it a cool smoke, making it almost like a radiator pipe type vibe. And you see I had it cross-threaded, so not cross-threaded, but it was only threaded on barely. So I'm gonna do it the way I always do it. There we go. So now I know it's seated properly. And honestly, if that was the case, it would still hold during the smoke, but I'd start to see maybe smoke coming out there. I'm guessing. I don't even know what would happen if that was loose while I was smoking it. Anyways, I put this pipe bit on there. If I slide this down for you, you see it's a fairly nice little tip that they have there. It's pretty much standard. There you go. I'm gonna do a smoking review out of this. I'm actually gonna smoke my first English blend, excuse me. And so I'm excited to. I'm not gonna make this an English pipe only, but I am gonna smoke my first English blend in this, and hopefully I like it. I have never smoked an English blend in my life, so there's the review on the Falcon pipe from the UK. North again. When I say up north, I mean my girlfriend's grandmother's place. I haven't done a video up here for a while because we haven't been up here for a while, but I'm back and I'm gonna do smoke my first English blend in my new Falcon pipe. So I brought some tins of tobacco. Not tins, actually glass mason jars. This one is one of my favorites, Peach Cobbler from Briarworks. It actually comes in this already self-mason jarred with the logo already glued on there, which I love them. They have great flavors. They have one I want to try called sweet tea or tea. They have non-sweetened and sweet tea, so I'm going to try those, or try just a sweet tea. I'm more of an aromatic. And then I got this and packaged it. It's in one of my smaller 125 ounce tins. Even though I fit it in there, this is a 1.75 ounce tin. It fit into a 125 mason jar. So I just packed it in, so it's very compact. I'm not sure what that's going to do to it age-wise, but if you can see the logo, it's John Cotton's #1 English blend. And the smell of it, I'd have to say, for somebody coming into English blends, is that it's a if you ever go to the zoo and smell a rhino exhibit, it kind of smells like that. Or if you ever see turn a lot of hay, it smells like that. So it doesn't have a very nice, pleasant smell compared to, you say, Peach Cobbler by Briarworks, but it still is still a tobacco, and I wanna try it, see if I like it, and I'm gonna actually smoke it first in this pipe, because I know any aromatic will get the flavor if I don't like this out of this pipe right away. So I'm gonna try it and just see if I like it. It's very loose cut, because it's packed in here very tightly. So I'm gonna try to go to the bottom of this mason jar and see if I can get the bigger strands and pack her up. Okay, so just packed it. Found a lot of larger strands at the bottom, like I said. It's mainly just like the first top layer of this in this mason jar that's kind of busted up and crumbled, which is not a bad thing. Tobacco's tobacco. But when you're packing a pipe and talking about consistency, especially for your first smoke, you want it to, fit nice air gaps, so when you're puffing, it's not just sucking right through or something. I have a good draw on it already. It's rising. You see I push down, it's popping up. It's perfect. I got these matches for sale. They're kind of vintage style type matches, I guess. It has a striker on the bottom and on the side, and nothing on top, just a little jar. So when you use a match, always try to use a match to break in a pipe, and a new tobacco. I always use it to break in a new tobacco, or I try to. Copy. Smooth draw. Amazing. Better. After my drink of coffee. First thoughts, very good tobacco. Wow. Very smooth. This pipe is cool. Like, I can feel up here, and it's all cool. It's a little warm right here, but like not very warm, like compared to some hot smokes I've had in the past. Okay. It's crazy. The tobacco is amazing. Best tobacco I've ever had. I'd say even for aromatic. I'd compare it to a bit better than Sutliff's Molto Dulce, my favorite one. The tobacco is just amazing. Flavor wise, it tastes like tobacco and ash. So if you're into just the straight tobacco flavor, that's what I guess it tastes like for me. It's nice though. Like, it's not strong ash, it's consistently just tobacco. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like aromatics. They have flavor and they get ashy towards the end. Or some of them are consistently flavored, or some of them are consistently just ash. And those are the crappy ones I don't like, but when you're smoking this, it's like consistently good tobacco. Goes along very well with coffee. I get mine sweet, but black coffee would be amazing with this. Either that or maybe some whiskey. Or a malt liquor would be even better. Something like Bourgeois or something sweeter. I'd really enjoy this in the winter time with maybe like a coffee liquor. Not sure how heavy the nicotine buzz is on this tobacco yet, because it's my first English, so it's probably gonna be a little stronger because it's not flavored down or there's no casing to it. So I'm gonna try to smoke very, very calmly. Can't get over this setup here. I feel like I'd like any flavor in this new pipe, but it's nice to have a cool smoke for your first time. It's almost like the perfect smoke to try something that you maybe thought you wouldn't like. Even though I didn't come into this being biased or optimistic, I came into this, accepting, because you wanna learn new things when you're in pipe smoking and in the community. You wanna experience new things. This is definitely new. So very light pipe. You can almost carry this, like, I mean, almost, you can carry it in your mouth for miles. That's why I knew it was going to be light. I got a bit for it, so, because I'm a clencher sometimes. I'm surprised how actually, like, pure the tobacco taste. It's almost like, I don't know, I can't even explain it. I don't know any, like, for aromatics you say, you know, the aromatic and the aroma, it's bold. It's a full body tobacco. I don't know anything about English tobacco, so. UK pipe, UK tobacco. Anyways, I hope you guys' weekend is going well for you. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Wow, I can't even get over how good this is. This is a big bowl. I shouldn't have packed English in here for this long of a bowl. This pipe would be amazing for. This is one of my biggest bowls. Like, you see how wide it is? It's probably going to last me an hour, 45 minutes because I'm puffing this really slow. Draw on this thing is amazing. Smoking cool, everything's good. I mean, even if I was puffing really fast, like I did in the beginning to get it going, this shank here was really cool to the touch. So I'm pretty sure I could take this off during the smoke. Yeah, you see that? It's already, the pipe cleaner's yellow. Kind of humidified down there. That's cool. Easy cleaning. PokerPiper out. Peace, guys. Thank you for watching.